Hi friends, my name is Akil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial I will show you how we can log the time taken by SSIS package in a SQL Server table along with the status. So for example, if you want to log the package start time, package end time, and then the overall time taken by the SSIS package along with the execution status, then you can watch this particular video. So this is my profile. I have 13 plus years of experience on Microsoft technologies, especially in SSIS and SQL Server. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is how to log time taken by an SSIS package and along with the package status whether it was success or failure to a SQL Server table. So let's jump to the demo. So this is my SQL Server 2019 instance and I have an SSIS database here. The most important thing for auditing for in this particular package will be audit log table. So this audit log table will keep all the information. We have an ID field which is an identity, and then we will store the package name, package start time, package end time, time taken in the minute, and status whether it is success or failure. So we will be creating this particular table in the SSIS package and then maintaining all the logs in this particular table only. Let's copy this particular query. I will share all the queries used in the SSIS package, and you can download those queries from the link that I will give in the description of this video. So the first step in the SSIS package will be to create a log table. So if log table does not exist, then it will create the audit log table, and then we need to insert an entry into the audit log table. Insert into audit log, select package name. So I can give like package audit sx. Package start time will be the current date time, and time will be null, and then time taken maybe we can put 0, and status we can put as blank, because initially I want to put the time taken in minute as 0 and status as blank, because this will be the first task in the SSIS package. Okay, and then because we have an ID as an identity field, so I want to get the last inserted value into the SQL Server table in a SSIS variable. So I can select that last inserted value using the @ identity. So I can just copy this particular code from here, and this is my blank SSIS package in Visual Studio 2019 that I will be using here. So let's drag and drop the execute SQL task, and maybe we can say that like log package started. Right click on edit connection, make a new connection here. So this is my OLDB connection to the SSIS database. Now you can put your query here, the SQL statement. Click OK. OK. Now let's create a variable here. Add variable ID. So I have named the variable as ID, and the data type let's leave it to in32. So you can save it, and now right click on it, edit. So in the result set you can select single row, because it is going to return one row. For result set name you can give it 0. It has already selected the ID variable because this is the only variable in the SSIS package. Click OK. Now in the package you can put n number of tasks where you want to, for example, whatever you want to do. So suppose you want to load some data into table, you want to perform some update statement. So whatever you want to do you can do here. So maybe this is, you can call my like this one like task 1, and then you can call it like task 2, and so on. Okay, so instead of writing some stored procedure and making the process more complex, let's wait the process for maybe for 2 minutes, so that as soon as the time is up you can see that what time it is taking. So this particular code will wait for 1 minute and 10 seconds. So let me just copy and paste this particular code here. Okay, and then for task 2 as well, I think let's wait for 1 minute and 20 seconds. So it will wait for 1 minute and 20 seconds again. Click OK. Now let's put the end log task, end log. Okay, and then right click and edit it connection. So as soon as whatever we were doing, that particular code is done, and we want to write the package end time and time taken in minutes along with the status, so we need to write an update statement. Update audit log set and time equal to get it, and then time taken in minute equal to this particular thing. So we are using a dative function. The result will be in minutes. So this is the start time, the first column, and this is the current date time. Okay, and then status, package status will be success. There id equal to, id will come from the SSIS variable. So I can just copy this, and I can put it in the expression, because in expression I can easily access the id variable. So I have put the code here, and double quotes plus plus double quotes, and in the between you can drag and drop the id variable, and because it is of type integer, so you need to convert it to string. So you need to just put bt underscore wstr and 12. So this will convert the integer id variable into string type of length 12. So 12 length is okay. So evaluate expression, it seems good. Click ok, ok, ok. For successful execution of the SSIS package, the package code is completed. However, for failure, let's copy this particular task and go to event handlers, and then click on it, and then paste the code here. Now click on edit expressions. The only change that we need to do, that instead of success we can write it like failure. Okay, okay, okay. So the code is completed, and you can just execute the SSIS package. So this particular SSIS package will wait for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I will be back as soon as the package is completed. Package execution has been completed, and if you go back to the SQL server, and let's try to select the data from the audit log table. So you can see that this is the package name, start time 71, end time 73 and 53 seconds. So it took 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and because we are logging the time only in minutes, so that's why it has taken only the minute part from it, and the status is successful. Okay, so if the package will be failed, then you will have another entry and the status will be failure. So let's try to fail our SSIS package. So in maybe let's put anything, like maybe I can put a here. Okay, and if I will rerun it, so it will fail at the task 1, and then in the event handler this particular task got completed. And if you check the logs now, so you will see that this is the package name, start time, end time, it got failed very quickly, at the same time, and the status is failure, and time taken in minute is 0. So it means like the package got failed. So this is a very good way of managing your packages, like when they got started, when they got completed, time taken in minute, and then what was the status of the packages. So that's it for today's video, and thank you guys for watching the video. And if you like the video, then please click the like button, do subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon as well. Thank you so much.